I did not label the election corrupt. I did not label the system corrupt.
Well, we would all agree that students have different views. For some, they are satisfied so far. For others, they still expect more and all of that. In fact, I learned earlier today you held an open forum, right, with the general student body. How would you describe the general feedback you receive from the students, just in a phrase?
Okay, I must state that we had more than 2 programs that was scheduled for today alone, and we had lights out at some point that delayed one of the programs, so it actually went into the open forum time. And then also the fact that we are having our GA tonight, we thought that it was going to overburden the students, and so we are sifting it, or we sifted it to a later date, and that would be communicated to all of you. And that didn't happen. So we want to use your platform to invite all students who mean well for UDS and our own selves, that when they get the information, they should do their best and come around. Let's have an open and frank engagement with each other for the forward march of the students.
True leadership, they say, it means standing the gap between your followers, or in this case students, and established authority. We're talking of administration in this case. Can you share a moment where you had to strongly represent student interests or intervene successfully when management felt otherwise or had a different view? A matter that you strongly had to just stand on your grounds and make sure you succeeded in getting a plan which was in the interest of students, but maybe management for some reason were thinking otherwise.
I think I am part of management, but I'm representing a constituent, that's the students. So I would want to keep those ones to myself because it will not be too good to be part of management, and then whatever is agreed, I am part of them, but we have our way through. And I can just mention the medicals like this. You remember before they invited the students, or they gave admission, part of the admission letter stated clearly that they were supposed to go into a link and to be able to book, and then to have their medical and screening done. And at some point, we have to make sure that we stood on our grounds to say that the students should hold on with the payment until we conclude on whatever we think will be beneficiary to the student. And that is the result that I just mentioned of the student health insurance.
So since you don't want to go much deeper into that, I think we skip that part. But let's look forward. What should students expect from your administration, for the remainder of the remaining period of your administration? If you can be specific, maybe just 2 things you are determined to accomplish before you.
I am determined to complete the Starlink, which we are just waiting on the director of ICT for the purposes of procedures to make sure that every student gets internet services, be able to learn. This is a university, and what we do here, most of the things we are just guided, and that is why our internet services is important. The school, yes, is supposed to provide this, but against the point, SRC also have a role. So if they are not able to meet our needs, and we can support, that's what we are doing. And the most pressing need for us, which I want to see before handing over, is the Starlink for my students.
SRC week is actually one of the most anticipated periods in every student life. I believe for the specifics, talking of the era of sports entertainment, maybe when the time comes, we may get time to engage representatives from those committees to talk more about it. But as the president of the SRC, what what is that one major change or addition we would be seeing in this year's SRC, which we haven't seen in the previous years? One major change or addition, or are we having the regular SRC week?
See, I'm sure you would have seen that. I didn't mention it,
Okay.
but one of the biggest achievement is to get MTN to come to UDS. Right? Oh, not the office,
Okay.
but you saw the Freshers Week,
Okay.
which I'm sure you are almost your fifth year.
I mean,
And yes, you are in your fifth year,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you have never seen such that Freshers Week.
Yeah.
You have such a bash that medical came, and it was all over, right? So it is our belief that all work without play makes just a dull boy. So we are going to do everything within our power that will be beneficiary to the students. And trust me, I people hold a view that I don't like entertainment, but I am one that likes entertainment, right? So we are going to do our best to
Okay.
give the students what they have probably not seen.
Okay.
But it is good when we hit there, then the student begin to talk,
Okay.
than we being on social media
Expect-
when we have not yet gotten to the day.
Okay.
But they should expect big from us.
All right. So now, as someone who has experienced the electoral processes deeply, in fact, it is noted that you heard a view from your first laws that it was majorly due to the electronic voting system, which, in your view, just as many, is easily manipulatable, and probably that was even part of the reason why yourself you say you couldn't even find your data on it. Some felt if it were the ballot papers, I just walk there, I verify my student ID, I'm giving the paper to go and vote. But with the electoral system, of course, we all hold our views to those things. What measures, as someone who have suffered all this, what measures is your administration putting in place to ensure transparency and fairness in the upcoming election? I believe election will be happening. Would you say, let me ask this directly, would you say the irregularities you suffered have been corrected as we speak? Yes or no? You are the SRC president, Azuure. Would you say the irregularities you suffered have been corrected as we speak? I just need a yes or no answer.
Yes, because no one.
fine.
No,
Yes.
no. Let me. No, you see.
I'm a follow-up.
No, yes, because no one has come up to say that
Okay.
his name has not been
Okay.
captured.
So for now, yes.
Yes.
All right. Now, are you going to subject students to the same electronic voting system you fought against and labeled corrupt? Or should students expect ballot papers just as we do December 7 every 4 years in Ghana?
I did not label the election corrupt. I did not label the system corrupt. What
Okay.
I said was, a system was designed for all of us to vote.
Okay.
And as an aspirant who has gone through and is in good standing, should have my name part of the voters register.
Okay.
So if I decide not to go and vote, that's my case.
Yeah.
But in this case, I went to vote for myself, and my name was not there.
Okay.
Right? Once your name is there, and the process seems to be seamless,
Okay.
you are fine.
Okay.
But if you ask me my candid opinion, I will always, any day you ask me, I will go for manual.
Okay. So that's why I'm asking as president.
Yes.
Are we at this point? Can students be rest assured that they will go the man? Because myself, preferably, anytime, any day, any election, if you ask me to choose between any electronic system and I always go for manual. Because that we are all seeing. If there's any manipulation, we can almost all view it there. But the system, someone is sitting at his corner and can just do anything. So, in a direct answer way, should students anticipate some manual way, or will be going the electronic way, or you choose not to talk about it?
Like I said, if it is me,
Okay.
but it is not me alone,
Okay.
and I believe that at the right time,
Okay.
the EC will communicate
That's
what they have chosen and think is feasible
Okay.
and practical.
That's fine.
For all
But
of
I
us.
believe you will be much influential in that, especially you that suffered this thing across 3 years. I believe you'll be much influential in that. I think we are almost at the end of this session. But if you were to honestly assess yourself, what would you rate your performance so far on a scale of 1?
I wouldn't do that.
You will not.
I wouldn't rate myself. I wouldn't rate myself. You see, there's a saying that the one who is chatting or drawing the path doesn't know how crooked or straight it is.
Okay.
It is those behind.
Okay.
So I leave the rating.
Right. Students of UDS Tamale, please, your SRC president says you should rate him on a scale of 1 to 10. I have some follow-up questions, but because you say you would.
No, you can. You can say. I mean, you can.
You need to answer that question before I come with one, but it's fine. Now, I have a signature question I ask everyone who come on this show, and that is: after all is said and done, I mean, your tenure has eventually come to an end. What should students remember? About. I mean, what should students remember Moses Azuure or his administration for? That legacy. What is that one legacy students should remember you for?
That legacy that the students are now themselves,
okay,
and that the students can openly speak,
okay,
and engage whoever they think they need to engage positively.
Wow.
Like I said,
yeah,
it's all about engagement and the way you believe. And you need to let the people understand your superior argument. And I think that is the legacy I want to leave. I want to see SRC being alone. Very soon we are going to host the university student leadership meeting here.
Okay.
And if you look at UDS, you cannot be proud that you are the president or the leader in UDS.
Okay.
And so one of the legacies that I also want to leave and be remembered is that UDS SRC is given that free will, the space to go into decisions that they are responsible and can be responsible for those decisions.
Okay.
I want to leave a legacy that if one day, let's say this election that is coming, Mr. A is giving the nod to lead us, he knows that yes, he is the one behind the steering wheel, and that everything that happens, he is responsible.
A final one in 1 or 2 minutes. Your message to every UDS student watching. Just a short message to every UDS student watching.
My brothers and sisters, thank you so much for believing in Azuure. I am here to make sure there is a positive change, and that is what we are pursuing. I call on all of you to be with us, be with me. It might be difficult, but I'm sure and trust that when we are together, we can go far. And I am calling on you in all our activities that be part of all of our activities, be interested, and make sure you live a universal life. It is not just academia. It is not just the academics alone, the books alone. It goes beyond that. And I want that these short periods that is left, students experience that universal life together with me. And I want to be proud that someday I can pick up my phone and call you wherever you are in the world to say that, look, my brother, I need this, and will not have SRC activities going forward. Once again, thank you for believing in us and supporting us this far. And we believe that the short time that is still left, you'll be there to support Azuure for all of us to leave a legacy that will be long lasting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We must say we are grateful for your time this evening, for joining us, for opening up, and for sharing your journey with us. Leadership, as we all know, is a journey, and conversations like this, help bring leaders and their followers together. To every viewer watching us, we thank you very much for being part of this conversation. This has been Time with a Young Politician here on Trend Talk 360. I am Akem, once again your host for tonight. and we will continue to bring you more of these conversations. Remember to like, share your opinions in the comment section, and share to others. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on TikTok and Facebook. See you in the next episode.